Delaware LLC is a business cheat code, and here's 7 reasons why. First off, it only costs $185 to start your LLC, and you can get it live within 24 hours if you pay a little extra. If not, it might take up to 3 weeks, which is still twice as fast as California or New York. The second reason, you can operate a Delaware LLC from any other state. Number 3, debt and liabilities don't extend into your hands as the owner, which protects your personal assets. Number 4, you don't have to be a U.S. citizen or resident to own a Delaware LLC. Number 5, if you run your LLC from a different state, you don't have to pay any income taxes in Delaware. Number 6, it's the most flexible and recognized business entity in the world. Number 7, Delaware is one of the 4 states that allow total anonymity of LLC owners. Your name and address are not required, plus you can easily convert it to an S Corp or a C Corporation. And don't forget, Delaware has an amazing core for business disputes.
The Limited Liability Company is one of the most versatile tools in the tool chest for an asset protection specialist. And I utilize LLCs all over something I refer to as the real wealth matrix, which is the ideal hierarchy of ownership pretty much over everything in your life. It incorporates legacy and ownership and operations, and we leverage entities like trusts and LLCs throughout, right? But I do want to add some clarity to what's being shared in this particular post. First, let's talk about anonymity. You see, sometimes I'll get individuals jumping into my comments saying things like anonymity isn't necessary for a robust business. And while I understand that sentiment, I just think that if you're going to build something of substance, you want to make sure it's safeguarded, protected from all of the outside forces, like the creditors, the litigants, the opportunists who want a piece of your pie. Now, anonymity on its face doesn't necessarily give you asset protection, but it sort of helps keep you off the radar, right? So from all of those individuals, like if they don't know what it is you own, it's hard for them to target you. The other thing I want to talk about is the concept of taxation. Absolutely, it's true. You could form a business in one state and operate it out of another. But when it comes to taxation, if you form a business in state A, live and operate that business out of state B, but it maybe generates income from state C, it's important to note that you'll likely owe income tax in some form or fashion in both states B and C. Maybe not A, but B and C needs to be considered. So you want to sit down with the right tax strategists and compliance experts to make sure you're operating and doing what's necessary to stay in compliance. Another thing I wanted to address quickly is this concept of court protections, right? Delaware absolutely is a significantly robust court system for businesses, but you have to understand that court infrastructure is really built on the backbone of C corporations, which have been very well tested in the courts there. The LLC, the father of the LLC is Wyoming, right? That's where the very first limited liability statutes exist. And Wyoming has had very robust tests, if you will, with regard to the structure and fortitude, if you will, of a limited liability company. And Wyoming tends to be my favorite for a variety of other reasons. And if you haven't seen some of my other commentary with regard to that, definitely check out all of the other posts that I've made.